And the thing that really shocked me about looking at some of the numbers is, firstly, in these cases, how many of the domestic abuse perpetrators were known to police, but also the number of times the victims or the couples had been in contact with other services as well, like mental health services, for example.
I mean, yeah, so one of the things that the report identifies is the risk factor with mental health in both the cases of the perpetrator and the victim. And like you say, that they have been heard by multi-agency risk assessment conferences and they've been in touch with the police before. And so in that regard, that is not dissimilar to what we see in the cases of classic homicides. And that is fundamentally got to be a system that is sought to change. So in looking at this data, you can't just be glad to have the data finally, or like, you know, the government has to look at exactly what the strategy has to be to ensure that those multi-agency groups and all of those services that are meant to be working to prevent this from happening are actually working. And so the Violence Against Women and Girls strategy that the government will publish in the summer, it will be very, very alive to what is in this report.
And what are you going to do then?
I mean, look, it's not going to change overnight, any of this. I wish that I could say that I will make every social work response brilliant overnight, that I will make every police officer response brilliant overnight. What we have to do is look at the fundamentals of the systems of prioritisation on things like domestic abuse. So, you know, classically, the police haven't had as part of their as their performance data violence against women and girls. That you know
hasn't been taken seriously.
Yeah, like we have to make it be taken seriously, but with systematic approaches. So I don't want to preempt what will be in the strategy, but if you look, for example, at what we've learnt from some of these deaths, like the case of Raneem Ouda, where the call out to 999 led to her not being protected on the night she died. What we see in that is that we need specialists within the 999 call centres. So that is what we're putting in place. But what we have to do is find wherever in the system a victim or a perpetrator comes forward and is known to services, and ensure that access point leads to action. And that is what a cross-government strategy has to be about.